Hi there, it's Jen Tinline, and I'm excited to have you here for the Creative Kickstart that I'm doing with my good Stampin' Up friends, Darlene and Joanne. And we've got some exciting projects to show you. I'm sad that we can't show you absolutely everything in the catalog, so we had to pick and choose. And so I've picked a couple of my favorites, so I'm going to start with those. So I'm going to start by showing you where the first item that I'm going to use is in the catalog. So this is the online catalog. So what I want to show you here is on page 56, and here it is here. It is this one called Thanks Man. So I'm just zooming in here. Now to get a copy of this catalog, just ask your demonstrator and they can also direct you to where the online version of the catalog is as well. So this is the stamp set. I'm going to zoom right in so we can really have a good look at it. It's called Thanks Man. And the reason that I'm doing this stamp set is because it's a guy stamp set, and I find that these are harder cards to do. So that's why I've picked this as one of my favorites. And I love that it's got all words in it. So you can really have some fun making word type of cards. In fact, that's really kind of a trend right now to do cards that are more centered on words than images. Of course, we could still use this for female cards. We've got a happy birthday, we've got a thanks, we've got a sorry, that's rough, appreciated. All these things are good things that we could use for female cards as well. And I know I'm stereotyping here, but this is what I'm going to do. So I'm jumping back to my craft table to show you some samples. Now, because this event is short and it's free, what we're doing is we've chosen to show you a lot of samples and show you how some of the things are made by pointing them out. And then if you want to, you can purchase this for a very reasonable price, the Kickstart collection, which is basically all of the cards that we want to show you that have kind of techniques in them. It includes lots of pictures and descriptions, measurements, all that. Oh, let me show you this fun card that I made using this stamp set. Like the picture that was in the catalog, I chose to cut up the words. So these are all 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch pieces of cardstock. And let me just pull it right up here so you can see this one has been embossed. And then I've got some just stamping on different colors. Now you'll notice here that the colors are all kind of neutral. And that is one of the tips I have for you for doing guy cards, is to have more of a neutral color palette. I have used one color here, and this is Cloud Cover. So it's also the card base. And then this one in the middle that's actually popped up. And then all of these other pieces are just stamped, and some of them are raised and some of them are flat. You can even notice around the one that says that's rough that I've taken my edge of my scissors and I've scraped around the edge just to give that some texture and dimension. I've also done some fun texture stuff on this piece and this piece with my markers. The other thing to notice is in the background there's some texture as well, and that is with the plaid embossing folder, and then of course the embossed image here. So all of that texture and colors. Also, it's a fairly simple layout, but it's kind of fun. This all makes a great masculine card. So I did another fun one here that I basically used some paper that already had this kind of jean pattern on it, and then I just took my blending brush, so a brush like this, and just sponged along the edges to give that more texture. And I used Azure Afternoon, but then the paper itself is Night of Navy. And then I've used some of these words from the stamp set, the thanks and the man, just to be able to do a thank you card for a man. And then this thing actually pulls out, so you could put someone's name on there, a little note, or you could put a piece of white in here. The other fun element that I've used here is the new white gel pen. So this is what it looks like. It actually comes in a package with 2. And you can see that if I wanted to put stitching around the whole piece, I could just use my white gel pen and do that. Super easy and very cute little effect. This is the card that is in the PDF. So first of all, it's got a fun little opening. See that? Like that. And what I've done here is a couple things. First of all, I've done some shadow stamping. That's all explained in the PDF. And then I've done some stamping with the Stampin' Positioner tool. I will show you how to set that up. So this is the Stampin' Positioner tool by Stampin' Up that is available as of this month. This is May. And so here's the base plate. There is the main plate. and there is a little positioning plate. I've already actually lost one magnet, so I'm just using a different magnet, but basically it comes with the 2 magnets that you need. I'm hoping eventually Stampin' Up! Will sell placement magnets as well. You can also get separately this little package of positioner grid sheet paper, and what's really fun is it just pops right on here, and there's metric or imperial, so you can decide which version you want to use, and it just pops right on to these little tiny pegs here, and you can line it up wherever you want. There is a cool little feature where jig-jag there that you can use to position your paper right in that corner, and that basically is held by those 2 pegs, so you can do that if you want to too. So I am going to position the cardstock this way because I'm going to do what's called hinge stamping. I'm going to lay the magnets down here. The magnets, you lift this one up. It comes with 2 magnets like this. There's a little flap there. And then I'm going to this word, dude, and I'm going to line it up. So I've got the stamp side down. There's lots of grids here, so I could line it up and be perfectly accurate. There's 2 holes at the back here, and these things kind of go in. And I'm going to just put that positioner right on there, and I'm going to push it down, and then it basically compresses and it picks that stamp right up. Now this is all outlined exactly in the PDF on how to do this, okay? So you don't have to worry about that, but I just wanted to show you how to line up that first one. So then I'm going to ink up that stamp, and I'm going to put it right back in here. Now, right now, it's not even touching the paper because I haven't pushed down on it. So you can make sure, again, that it's in the right spot. So now I'm going to press down, and with photopolymer, I always let it sit and seep for a second and bring it up again. I'm going to take this off so you can see it. So you can see that's there. And then I would just continue to move this down the pegs and stamp each one. So that is how I completed this card, by using what's called hinge stamping. So in the PDF, it explains how you get the next line and so on and so on. But basically, it's just moving down the page. And then I love this cool shadow effect, which I've also done, and you can use the positioner for that as well. So I just want to show you 2 more cards for this stamp set. So I also did the hinge stamping going this way and did slightly different version of this card that opens a little bit differently as well. So that's fun. I gotta say, for a stamp set that is just a single stamp set, you can get a lot of power out of this one single stamp set. I want to show you a more feminine version that I did of this card. So here we go. I've got sorry, 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 that's rough. And I've used some paper that I'm going to show you my next favorite thing. So that is the Thanks Man stamp set. So next up, I want to show you one of my very favorite floral stamp sets in the catalog, and one that I was immediately drawn to. So let me just show you where it is in the catalog. So this is the Velvet Meadow Suite, and I was immediately drawn to these colors. If you know me, you know I love pinks and purples, so that we've got some of that there. And this whole suite is here. It shows you what's included in the suite, and then it shows you some examples on this side over here. It even shows you what colors are used in the suite. So if you scroll over here, you can see what colors, and you get a bit more of a in-close look at those papers. So this suite has this stamp set here, Flowering Meadow, which I have it on the table, and the paper, which I'll show you in a second because there's some unique stuff about this paper. It also has a velveteen specialty paper assortment pack, which I will show you, and it's got some really fun gems. Okay, so I want to start with showing you the papers in this suite because they're absolutely beautiful. So I've just zoomed in here on page 67, which shows you the velveteen assortment paper and where it is and how much it is. And I just want to point out that there is a mistake in the catalog here. It says 3 sheets. It's actually 6 sheets, 2 of each of these papers. So just so you know that that is a mistake there. So the colors are Peaceful Pine. And what's nice about this, and it might be hard to tell by the camera, but I'm going to hold it up really close, maybe be able to tell, it is a velvet texture. So this is like smooth and it feels like the velvet. Is so pretty. So that's Peaceful Pine. White velveteen as well. This would be so cool for like Santa beards or something like that, or just anything that you want soft and pretty. And there's also Bubble Bath. Again, just so beautiful. It's definitely a paper that you have to feel. Now the other paper also has a feeling component to it. You can see I already used lots of mine. So let me pull this out and try and show you some of the full pieces here. well, here's a pattern right here. But each of these papers are also flocked with some velvet. So like these flowers here, I'm going to hold it up. They're all velvet, and you can touch them and feel them, and it's absolutely beautiful. Same with this one. We've got the white flowers that are flocked with the velvet. So the paper itself is gorgeous, and then you've got that added texture on there, which is just beautiful. Check out this pattern here. Oh, so pretty. And that is cloud cover and peaceful pine. The backs are pretty too, but they're not flocked. Let me just show you the back of that one. They're very neutral actually, which is kind of nice. Let me show this one we showed. This one's very pretty too. The pink. All those white pieces are all flocked. It almost looks 3D. It's very cool. And berry burst. And then there's beautiful cloud cover pattern on the background. Then we've got, let's see what else. Oh yes, this one is super pretty. You can see I've already used a lot of it. Again, the inside of those flowers are all flocked, and the little white pieces are flocked as well. So they're very beautiful. And you can see here with my dies, I was able to cut out exactly one of the things, one of the images. This is one of the nice things with Stampin' Up! Papers and dies from a suite is that they will often match the paper to cut out. Oh, here's the full sheet of that one paper. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I want to show you this one. I want to make sure I'm showing you the backs too. Again, it's kind of cloud cover with a bit of a pattern in it. Did I show this one? Yes, like that. So this one is one of the unique papers that is in this set as well. And you've probably seen them in some other ones as well, other sets of designer series paper. Again, we've got the flocking down here with the white. It's very pretty, hard to see in the camera. But what's nice about this is that you can take this paper and cut it in the middle, cut it down a little ways, which is what I did on the next cards I'm going to show you. And then each of these can be cut into 3 or 4 inch pieces, and you can make a bunch of cards. So let me show you what I did with that. So this is that paper all cut down, and I've used a greeting from the stamp set, just because here, or the thanks, and I've basically mounted them on berry burst, cut them down to 5 by 3 3/4. I've made 6 cards using the exact same layout and that little piece of paper, and they're all just slightly different. And for each one, I've added different embellishment. The flowers from the suite, these are the dreamy flowers. They're so pretty in berry burst, bubble bath, and in white. And then I've just used a little piece of white. These are just scrap pieces of white, and I've just cut the greeting on an angle. So very quickly, you could have a lovely set of greeting cards. This would be nice in a little box as a gift. So before I forget, I just wanted to bring in these colors to show you the coordination here. Again, Peaceful Pine, Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, and Daffodil Delight. There's a little bit of that in there as well. So those are the colors that match. So here is another card that I made using Velvet Meadow from the suite. And here is the card. So you can see I've got a piece of that larger piece of paper on there. You can still see some of the flocking on there. And I've used some of the dies, which I'll show you in just a second, to cut out all of these pieces. This is one of the velveteen papers, as is this. So when someone picks up this card, they immediately feel that beautiful velvet, and it's just gorgeous. And then when they open this card, oh, there's a little surprise in there. So I'm going to show you how you actually stamp this. So this is a 2-step stamping set, and I've actually labeled mine so I know what goes with what. So this big flower and this little inside and this flower stems all go together. So I put 1 on all of those. Same with this number 2, number 2, number 2, and this is number 3. And then there's some greeting and of course all the lovely sayings that go in there. Also, what I've done with my dies is I've cut everything out so I can see what it all is there. So we've got a bunch of dies that cut out all the stamps, and then there's some extras. So we've got an extra leaf here, which is what I had on the front of that card, some extra little flowers, which I also had on the front of that card. Let me just pull it back in so you can see. These pieces here are all extra die cut pieces. So that's kind of awesome that they do that. So I'm going to take my Peaceful Pine. This is the new magnetic ink pad, which I love. And I'm going to stamp the 2-prong flower. I'm going to just stamp it twice so you can see. And then I'm going to stamp the inside. So this large stamp fits on here, and what you want to do is you want to get this one petal right in between here, and these parts here are go to the bottom of the flower. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to just position this here like this, and I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. So you can see here where the gap is right there. That's what that flower sticks in there, that petal. And then the little green part goes under each of the flowers. So super easy to line up once you've had a look at the stamp. So let me just flip it over and I'm going to show you the other ones. So the other stamps in this set, there's 4 little stems. So I've just stamped those already with Peaceful Pine. And what you want to do is you want to get this little tiny bud lined up at the upper left. And that is going to go into this spot. And then you've got a gap again. And that's where that flower is going to go. So let me just show you that so you can see it. So I'm just looking through here. And I'm just positioning that one flower through the gap and the other flower on top of the bud. So you can see here that's what that's done. We've got that flower sitting here, that little flower sitting here, and that one there, and the other one is kind of tucked in behind. Now what I didn't show you was how to do the middle, so let's do that. So I'm taking the one with 3 flowers, and it's going to be these 3 flowers. So you're basically going to make sure the little inside of the stem is flicking up, if that makes sense. And then it's going to go here, here, and here. So let me just grab this. And again, it's pretty easy to line up. And you can see there is the middle of the flower done. And that was with Blackberry Bliss. Let me just flip that over and do this one. So again, the same thing. It might be easier to see on this one. So the little, I don't know what you call them in the middle, the things go up as opposed to down. So if you're holding the stamp like that, and then you're going to be stamping it there, you want to go in the inside of the petal, not on the petal. That's about the only tip I have for that, is just look for the inside of the petal, and there you go. Beautiful flowers. And that is how you stamp that stamp set. There are a bunch of leaves and things that you can add to this, and of course you can mix and match those flowers. So let me show you some more cards that I've done with that stamp set. Another card here where I've stamped the flowers. Now of course this one I've got the dies cutting it out, so I've stamped this little flower off to the side and then stamped this one in Bubble Bath, and I've added some extra greenery here to make a really beautiful scene. And we've got some embossing with a new embossing folder here. I've done that same technique on the greeting, just a little strip of Bubble Bath and the greeting on there. And then of course the little flower there. And I just realized I've lost a piece of ribbon. I can see the glue dot there. This is Garden Green, and it pairs really nicely with Peaceful Pine. So some of these are Garden Green and some of them are Peaceful Pine. So that's a pretty card. And then the card that's in your PDF is this one. So it's a similar look to this card here, but there's multiple flowers stamped. Now I love pinks and purples, but I went to blue for this one. So you can see some are sort of looking like they're in behind, and some of them are raised up. There's some cool technique here that's in the PDF using your blends markers, and a cute little added embellishment with, again, that velveteen paper is very pretty. So that's all in your PDF, how to create that, including the shading and the texture on that card. Here's another one that really showcases the designer series paper and the dies. So this is one of the extra dies that's in the stamp set. So you can actually cut out an extra little flower, and I've put it on a new set of dies, the scalloped blooms dies, which have these fun little elements here, which is what this is. And then on the inside, I've done the designer series paper that I showed you. You can cut out. I love touching that velvet. And another one of the die cut pieces I've done using just the die cut piece and these die cut pieces with the stamped image, and I'm using the arch dies. And this, I think, is a really lovely card. Would be great as sort of a sympathy card. So again, the color is kind of designating that. I've done a little bit of shading in the background. I've used a different greeting set on that, and that is the one that goes with the scalloped blooms, this one here, just because it had a nice font on that one for this type of card. And you may notice here that I do have the flower gems, the dreamy flowers right here. That's what this is, but I have colored it with a dark black blends marker to give it that look. So again, very pretty, simple, elegant. Now this card here is a bit more of a collage. So I've used the smaller flower again, and I've done multiple images and some stamping of the extra pieces down here. I've added some rhinestones and some of this fun scallop old olive trim. So again, just to show you that there's all different looks you can get with this stamp set. So here's all the cards that I showed you that were done with the Velvet Meadow Suite and the Velvet Meadow Designer Series paper, the Velveteen Specialty paper, and the Flowering Meadow Bundle. So there it is on page 32, the Velvet Meadow Suite. I hope you enjoyed having a look at a few of my favorites from the new catalog. Bye for now.